evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. Woke up late today, and honestly though, I feel like it was just sort of like Mondays. I always wake up late, but I'm going to bed late again today, which always ends up frustrating me. And on top of that, guys, it is so hot. It is ridiculous. Like, it is 75, I think, degrees, or 77 or something like that. I think by like Wednesday or something, supposed to, or one day, it's supposed to be like 79 as a high, which I was like, that's almost 80 degrees. That is summer weather. I wore shorts and a long sleeve shirt, and throughout the day, I kept going, oh my gosh, I'm hot. Like, I am so hot. And then at some points I was like, I'm a little chilly. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm hot again. Like, and because our house is brick, so it holds in the heat a lot. Like, right now it feels hotter, like now at night, even though the sun is down and everything like that, than it did almost all day today. And I am like, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, I'm debating tomorrow what I should wear. Should I wear shorts and a t-shirt, or should I also still wear like a long sleeve shirt? Because I think I was telling you guys too, I was like, I am totally fine with, like, as long as my upper body is warm, like I could wear shorts and not be cold. Like, I wasn't at all today. My mom was like, you're wearing shorts? It's like, you're gonna be cold. And I was like, Mom, it's gonna be like 70 something degrees out today. And I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. I was like, I'll be fine. I was like, if it was like 50 degrees and I was wearing shorts and a sweatshirt, I probably would still be like, okay, like, it doesn't really bother me that much as long as it is like, I'm like, my upper body is warm. If I am not wearing like a sweatshirt, like I said, I will be cold if I'm wearing pants and a t-shirt, but the other way around, I'm normally totally fine. Also, guys, you know it's hot in the house when the dog is sprawled out like this, which this dog never likes to sleep like this, randomly all contorted. Like, he doesn't like to sleep on his back, only in my room though, but he doesn't like to sleep like that. I think he is honestly really hot right now. He's totally fine. Like, he is fast asleep. And he's over here sneezing now. But he's been sleeping like that too. Like, he doesn't want to be anywhere near Charlie, I think, because there's too much body heat going on. Isn't that right? And you were laying upside down because you were so hot. Is it hot in here? You like sweating? Like, how are we going to sleep under the blankets tonight? Because it's so hot. Is that what you're thinking, Bravo? And you are just like, I'm totally fine. I'm trying to sleep and you're bothering me. You're so grumpy. You look grumpy. You look so cute with those eyes, though. Oh my goodness, those eyes are so cute. You kind of look like a fox or a wolf or something like that, coyote. And you look like a sweet little hot. Oh my gosh, you are really warm. You are warm, huh? Is it hot and uncomfortable? Whoa, you're also a pig. You're a pig, he's like a fox or something. Are you okay? Is it hot in here, huh? Oh my goodness, it is, isn't it? The thing is, guys, I could open up my windows, in which case it would be nice and cool in here, especially like overnight. The thing is that I don't think the screens are down. I have an incredibly hard time trying to get the storms up because our windows are so old. The only ones that we've replaced since we've lived here in the last 20 years are just the ones in the living room. The other ones are all, I think, original to the house. So they are all like old, have like storm windows, and then the screen, and you have to pull the screen up, then pull the storm up, then pull the screen back down. And I'd also have to, like, I could get the main window part open right now, but I don't know if I'd be able to actually get the storm up and the screen up. I'm sort of wondering if having the storm like pulled up would even really make that much of a difference. Like, I know it would, but like, I'm wondering if like I still just opened up the regular window, if it would be a little bit cooler, only because I can't imagine sleeping right now. Like, it's not ridiculously hot, but it is pretty warm in here, and I wouldn't be able to sleep underneath any blankets. And honestly too, I am always freezing cold, guys. Whenever I sleep, though, it's automatically like my body temperature goes up like 80 degrees. I'm like, why can't I be like this during the normal day? Like, I can't get warm during the day, but at night when I am sleeping in bed, I like will have just one blanket on me, sometimes just a sheet, and I'll be sleeping in shorts and like a t-shirt, and it's still like, I feel like, again, like 20 degrees difference from what it is when I'm like just walking around like in the house and stuff like that. And so I was like, I don't know why I get so warm at night when I sleep. And like, I mean, the dogs sleep with me in bed, but they're normally at the foot of the bed, like not on top of me or under the blankets with me. Normally they're not allowed to sleep up there that close to my pillows. Normally they're sleeping down here where Charlie is. Bravo, you know you're not supposed to be there. That's why I gave you the other blanket so you can sleep on it, not on my pillow. He is so comfortable right now and is giving me like this awful dirty look because he is like, I'm gonna stay here until you move me. Like, you gotta come over and physically move me right now because I'm not going anywhere. And he looks so sweet too. He's like trying to close his eyes like, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Anyways, yeah, so I can't, like, I don't want to sleep in this right now, but like I said, I will. And on top of that too, I'm gonna make so much stinging noise, and everybody in the house is asleep right now trying to open up this window, like if I tried to do it by myself. The other problem is because my desk is right in front of the window and my chair is right in front of the window too, I'd have to move all this stuff to get close enough to the window to be able to open it. And the one that actually would be easier, so I can move my chair so I could get close to this window, but this window has got a little broken, like the little latch thingy on it for the screen is broken, so I will have another, like I said, very difficult time. On top of that too, if it gets too cold in the middle of the night, then I will wind up having to wake everybody else up to close the windows again. And so I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know. I'm at a, like I said, total like impasse right now, and I'm like, it's gonna be hot in here, like I can already tell, but I'm like, maybe if I take like if I'm not sleeping in a long sleeve shirt and I'm sleeping in just shorts and like a t-shirt, which I sleep in the winter time, guys, like that is literally, like I said, how hot I get when I sleep. I don't change, like I sleep in the exact same stuff that I do all year round, because to me it makes no difference if it's cold out or if it's hot out. Like if I'm too cold, like I don't think I almost ever, like, I mean, I sometimes sleep in pants every once in a while, like pajama pants, but I sometimes will get too hot even sleeping in those too, so I'm like, I'm gonna put something like shorts on. So it has to be like a really freezing cold day, or like I don't know, decide not to turn the furnace on or something. Those are the few times that I'm like, okay, I'm really cold, I'm gonna wear, you know, pants to bed. But I didn't end up getting to too whole ton of stuff yesterday, or today. I did laundry last night and unloaded the dryer today, and I think I did dishes. Maybe I did dishes yesterday. I don't think that was today either. I really don't think I did hardly anything today. Other than I worked on some stuff too for my blog a little bit, but I'm hoping to finish at least some of this stuff up and get this all sort of wrapped up, because I was honestly like yesterday, because I woke up early and didn't get a lot of sleep, I was like, well, I'm just gonna kind of be lazy and like watch TV shows. And then today I was like, well, maybe I'll do the same thing, and I was like, no, you know what, I'm gonna make the conscious effort to be good and get something done. But I was watching the Cubs game too, and honestly guys, I feel like I've been getting like too much sleep, but then like not enough sleep, and like on certain days, like, and my sleep is like so horrible, because like most of the days I'm sleeping in and like getting like way too many hours of sleep, but then on the weekends when I'm going to grocery stores and stuff like that, I stink and wind up with like 4 hours of sleep, and then other nights I'm sleeping like 10 hours or more. And so I feel like it is just a horrible, like I'm not like getting consistently good sleep. And when I get too much sleep, then I am really crabby and like overly tired, and like when I get too much sleep, I could just keep sleeping. Like I have to stop the cycle. And when I don't get enough sleep, I am like either sometimes wide awake or sleep deprived, and like sometimes don't even like want to go to sleep. It's really horrible, but I need to get totally better at it. It's just I'm not. And sometimes too, I get distracted. Like today I got distracted and was watching videos on my phone for like I don't even know, it was like hours, I think, like 2 or so hours. And I was like, my arms too feel like jelly because I was sitting at my desk chair watching stuff on my phone, so I had nowhere to like rest my arms, so I was just holding my phone in front of me. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even move my arms, I feel like jelly, because I had no like armrest to like comfortably like have my arm and like watch it at the same time. And I was like, I should have been in bed like 2 hours ago, which would have made a huge difference. Actually, I think it was even more than 2 hours ago. So I need to get to bed, guys, so that I can not wake up early tomorrow, because that's not going to happen. But the only thing that I can hope is that if I'm really uncomfortable and sleep like garbage because it's too hot in my room, maybe I will wake up early and just be like, forget it, this sleep thing is not for me. I got like a solid like hour here and an hour there of uncomfortable sleep, and just wake up and be up early and then be really tired and want to go to bed early. But this is only supposed to last, like this hot weather, like almost 80 degrees for, I think, like I said, maybe up until Wednesday, and then I think we're supposed to get very cool weather and rain. So it's supposed to be back like 50s, maybe 60s, like I think even less than that, maybe like around between like 40s to 60s, I think somewhere in between there, but like not up to like almost 80 degrees like we're having right now. So other windows in our house are open. I normally keep my door closed because like I want people waking me up in the morning. And like, so like I said, normally my door stays closed at night, and so I don't get any of that nice cool air that's like in the rest of the house right now. My room is hot and stuffy, and that's why I'd like to open a window, but I should have probably planned that out earlier, because if I do it right now, I will have, first off, these dogs will be freaking out and barking because they're going to be thinking like I'm trying to break into my own house, and terrified of all the noise that it's going to make. And like, they get terrified over every little noise that gets made in the house. Like, my dad was opening the kitchen windows and my dog started barking at it. I was like, guys, he's standing right there. Like, what on earth could you possibly be thinking like that? It's so like, you know, like I said, like terrifying like to them, and so they feel the need to bark at it and they're scared of it, or you know, or else they think that it is an intruder. And I was like, but he's standing right there, what does that make you think that he's breaking in, or somebody's breaking in with him standing right there? Like, oh, my dad's trying to open up the window. So yeah, and I don't want to wake the entire house up just because I stayed up late. So I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.